Hello, I'm David Craig.
And I am Aaron Butler.
And we're here with the second commentary for Holmes and Watson College Years.
Our second episode, obviously.
Right, yes.
Even though most people say it's the third, it's the third episode.
But it's the first one was a two-part, so this is the second episode.
Officially. And this scene here, we actually came up with the idea for this one because we went to a party at Madison's house.
Yes, and she actually had, this is based on a real machine. You just take two AA batteries and you stand in a big circle and you get electrocuted.
Or you can actually do it this way too.
Yes, you can do it by yourself. Yeah. So yeah, this is actually based on a real machine. So yeah, that.
And I actually did try.
No one can. What was on that bottle? Because it was hilarious. Absolutely. It was like some sort of. It was the poison was actually in the bottle. I don't remember what it was. There was some sort of poison in it.
Yes.
And then you just cleaned it out with water.
Yes. And I put Sprite in it actually because I wanted something flavorful.
Oh, was it Sprite?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
And then this was fun. I like this scene kind of.
Yes.
I mean, I just like the whole idea of Sherlock and Watson and the violin and.
Yeah, one of course, and I think you discussed this before. I think we did this first one, but you talked about not really songs, but just kind of noises.
Well, see, in the book, Sherlock would play songs after he spent like 3 hours making strange noises, just because he didn't want Watson to get annoyed.
Right.
So what we've done in this is, for it to be annoying. I mean, when my sister plays, sometimes I get a little bit annoyed. When she keeps playing certain songs.
It's just over and over, she has to practice. Yeah.
But I think it's so much worse when you
is Tate the one that came up with that shot?
I don't know.
I think she's the one that kind of came up with how to do that.
I won't.
I liked it though.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to show it.
And then of course this scene we posted early on. Just to keep you guys happy, because we love you and we want to keep you happy.
This scene was interesting.
Yes, we have Weston, our cameraman. We've got him laying on the ground, and we took a couple shots of it, and I mean, we were doing the weirdest things to him, and it was
like petting his hair.
But she's not responding.
Because he has the most amazing hair. Anyways.
Well, maybe not the most amazing, but it's up there. It's like a 9.
Yeah.
And that's John's bag. If you didn't know, that's Sherlock.
That's supposed to be his medical bag.
Well, he keeps his medical tools in there. Bag. So.
And trust me, I'm a professional.
So Weston got tickled when I did that.
And the funny thing is, we had to take it a couple times. Both me and Laura were cracking up. But I mean, Weston was just laying. We could not face him.
I was the only one that didn't crack up. But when
you weren't trying to do weird things to him.
But when the camera was done, we were like poking him and everything. Yeah. Like, I pet you, and he just sits there like, sure.
Yeah. He really didn't care. It was great fun.
Unfortunately, I wish Sherlock appreciated Mary. Ever since she and I have
okay, I get a big kick out of this scene. We hadn't really discussed how we were gonna do this, so the idea of you sneaking all around, I love it.
It's pretty nice.
And by the way, Sherlock is on the TV. The BBC Sherlock is what we're watching on the TV. We thought that would be it's like Inception, but better.
Yes. So we kind of thought that if you listen really closely, you can actually hear that.
I don't remember which. Is it just the first episode? Or
no,
I don't remember which one we were watching.
Great Game.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's the third episode of the first season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember because
Other than that, things have been pretty normal.
And then this one.
Coolidge Park was fun. Either people, I felt bad because we were doing absolutely nothing and people were like all waiting there trying not to cross in front of us and we were just like, okay, you can come through. Or as we were taking the shot and actually needed to do something, just like random people would like come up and be really noisy and walk through and it's like...
There'd be a random person like just ride their bike right through and you're thinking, courtesy?
I think he did it twice. He just kept going back and forth. It's like...
And disclaimer on this one, this is one of those that I want to take a vote on, okay? I kind of like Sherlock Holmes in glasses. Alright, what do you think about my glasses, David?
Well, those are your Aussie glasses.
Do they work for Sherlock? Do they not?
They work for Sherlock, yeah.
Well, see,
they remind me of what he does in the second episode.
I was.
I mean, it's not the same, but it's that idea.
You mean the second movie, or?
Second movie, yeah, of Robert Downey Jr.
Well, he wears them in the first too.
Oh yeah, he does.
Those.
It doesn't. Not as much though, does he?
No.
I don't really.
No, actually, technically, well, it's back and forth.
I mean, I mainly remember from the second movie. Anyways.
I would just like to take about, because I like the glasses, but I was told by somebody whose name I will leave unannounced that I look cheesy in them, and
Nah.
I just wanted
I like
opinions. By the way,
Laura's mother. I did not put her in the credits.
oh, you terrible! There were actually a lot of people we forgot.
Who? Just Laura's mom.
Laura's. Thank you, by the way. Ms.
Yes, thank you, Miss.
Peachington.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Peachington.
That was.
Yeah,
fantastic.
she was uncredited, but she wasn't technically on camera. All right, and here's Matthew Mindeman.
There's a lot that could be said about Matthew.
But we won't.
However, we won't elaborate on it. So.
I think he'll be a great addition in the future, though.
Yes.
He definitely, I think, will have the right tone.
Yes.
What I kind of got a kick out of though, was that if he did not get the line exactly as we wrote it, like, I mean, he was like, oh, we have to take it over, and I mean, we told him, it's like, we don't mind if you change it just a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he didn't get it just right, you know.
So, you know, I mean.
Yeah.
You were saying,
Sherlock Holmes, I have a warrant for your arrest.
oh, don't.
Put your hands behind your back now.
That was
is
fun.
it?
I think I was filming at this point.
To arrest me,
You
just so
were.
we can get
I
him
think,
down
was
to the
Weston
station.
just,
You're right, Sherlock.
I don't remember.
Shaw is the one that sent
I don't
me
remember,
down here.
like this one scene I kind of remember filming. I'm not sure why I was filming though.
Let's go.
I mean, most of the time, Tate did one or two scenes as well, but I mean, it's mainly Weston that's behind the camera. Oh, I'll have to admit, there were several of us right at the door here as he was coming down, and we were all just kind of squished up there. Because there's a door that's right there, so there's really not much space to get the camera. So we were all just kind of like really squished up against the door trying to
Good day.
get him
And I don't know if
upstairs.
anybody's ever seen Psych, but Lassie is the character that I wanted to base Matthew Mindeman's look sort of off of.
What? Oh, we never talked about that. Was that what you were doing? Oh, I can see it now.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I really wanted the gun
Yeah.
holster
I
up
see
here,
it. Yeah.
but like the sleeves rolled up and everything.
Yeah.
That was kind of
Almost everyone's seen Psych at some point.
yeah. So
Okay, I do not know what happened with the audio here. Like, it recorded so weirdly, I don't know why. So, I do apologize. Like, if you heard it, like, in my editing, like, I did so much work with the audio here. It was insane.
by the way, this is Mr. Robin Langford. If you
Yes.
don't watch the credits, and he was
We-
a great asset actually.
Yes, he was. I'm very glad we were able to get
The
him.
one thing I really liked about having him in it was it added sort of
A realism.
realistic. It's more like, oh hey, there actually is a policeman. Oh hey, there might actually be this kid.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like an actor trying to fill this role. It seems like, oh, we've got a policeman here.
Yes.
Which is really what we wanted.
Yes.
So I like it.
And see, this is something that I tried to do, and I don't know if anybody ever really caught it. And I guess I'm giving a little bit away, but I think I'm.
It's
gonna
okay.
do it
The
anyway.
third episode is going to be out fairly soon, anyways.
If you
Hopefully,
notice,
we're
Sherlock
working
is
on it.
annoyed here that he's being asked for help. Why would he be so annoyed unless he he already knows Irene Adler? So there's actually a backstory to all of this.
And that is actually coming in our third episode. We've got a very deep backstory for Moriarty and Irene Adler, and we'll be explaining that.
But I just didn't know if anybody caught that there.
I don't know. I'm the one that made the papers that are right there, and I kind of like them. But
They're pretty good.
I found the insignia, and I was just like, this is perfect. I originally had it on the left side, though, and my parents were like, you need to move that over to the right.
I know.
Yeah.
So I almost brought them with the insignia on the left. So
Well, kudos to your parents.
yeah.
Prove it, and I know it. And you and I both know it's not what we know, but what we can prove. And I want you.
We were going to write more stuff on the board, that whiteboard that's to the left, than we did, and we wrote a little bit on there, but
And like I said, Mr. Langford was a big help because he went through and he helped us pick out the right room, and
Yeah. Oh,
he
yeah.
wanted to
gave us
make
a lot
everything
of
really
options.
real, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
What would have happened instead of what we scripted.
Oh, by the way,
I quite like that little bit right there.
Yeah, I do. Too.
Matthew did a good job.
Okay,
Rob.
poor West. We actually just started raining and it wasn't supposed to, so we just
Yes.
went with it.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like it. But we went to Walmart and bought an umbrella, and we just had Weston standing out in the rain,
Yeah. It's,
holding an umbrella, working the camera, you know. But we already said in the first one we put him in weird and awkward situations.
oh,
So thank you, Weston.
Sherlock, is everything okay?
it was until you.
And see, everybody's probably thinking there's such a big difference between Sherlock in this episode and Sherlock in the first episode. And see,
We never go on dates.
see that's kind of a backstory that I don't know if many people usually pick up why there's a difference here. Irene throws Sherlock off. Like he's
If you
just
see,
not,
especially if you see like the Sherlock BBC and the second one, I think they did such a good job explaining that because they had like you know he looks at her and the question marks come up, and then he looks over at John and like is able to pick out everything, and then he looks back at Irene and it's still another question mark. He just it throws him for the spin, you know.
and so that's why Sherlock is so weird in this one. So maybe out there and kind of strange. Because Irene Adler, she's come back in the picture. He's actually been watching her for some time
I
now.
don't eat while I'm working. Digestion slows me down.
She,
You owe me $7.50.
I don't know. That's what a woman does to a man.
Go out on dates.
Dude, you and I are not on a date.
My parents like that.
Yeah, my mom was not so big on that. when I first let
We
her
had to
use
throw a little bit of that in there.
Irene.
Yeah, but my mom was just like, you know,
used her first
you might
name.
want to leave that out. I was like, I thought it was.
It was hilarious.
We've even added. I think we've added enough that we can get away with the jokes, and especially with Mary's line, you know, sort of. They're not gay, guys. Just so you know.
They keep their phones with them.
Sherlock
He's
and
got a
Watson
girl.
are not gay.
Watson has a girlfriend anyway, so well we won't go there. But
Yes.
yeah, no.
They all.
And Sherlock,
And that's why it's the perfect place to keep information.
except for Irene Adler,
For information.
Won't love anybody.
won't really love. Well, that's not technically true. But
Won't love anybody.
This is her
be
that
in love
way.
with
She's
a woman.
here every
Yes.
Thursday at this time.
Have you been following her?
Yes.
I can't
You
see why
have
that's
been
any of your
following her.
business. After all, it's not like we're in a
Well, there's a
relationship.
backstory to that too. Technically, Sherlock's a freak. Let's just put it that way.
But we knew this.
See, the problem is, well, this is all in the backstory. I don't need to say. Wait till the next episode, okay?
There is a backstory to both Moriarty and Irene that we'll be getting into in the next episode.
Let's just say Irene
Let's
totally.
just say. Let's just say.
Let's just say, okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, that makes me think. He could not say criminal.
Shut up.
You can't. He says criminal like every time. It's criminal.
Criminal.
We had to do the
I
police
said
station
criminal.
thing so many times
What
because
did
you
you say,
kept saying
criminal?
criminal.
Criminal.
It's criminal.
I said criminal.
That time you did.
I know criminal.
And we finally got you to do it, but we kept having to teach you.
At any rate,
Come on.
Sherlock just.
Unfortunately, I got like a sundae and it melted by the time we were done. I was sad.
I'm sorry.
But... Okay, this is the McPherson's house.
Thank you. very much,
Okay,
Mr.
and should we give away Andrew?
Andrew.
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, the guy that, or I shouldn't say the guy that owns this house, but one of the people that lives here, his name's Andrew McPherson. He will be playing a certain character in our next episode.
Yes.
So he was already going to be in it, so they were very gracious enough to allow us to
Use their house.
use the house. And I never saw anyone else there. I think Andrew was just. Well, I think did he say like everyone was upstairs?
Yes. They were really nice to us. They kept everybody
were.
upstairs while we were filming. It was. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you to the McPhersons. We really appreciate you.
That's a pretty nice house.
I discovered it's hard to shoot in a car. It's hard to get any interesting angles. Like they're all just kind of like boring.
I thought we did pretty good the first go around with the car.
You mean
And then
she
this
wants
one's not
to
quite
eat
as
it?
good.
Yeah, this one.
No. They gave her
I mean, it works fine, but it's
What's your IQ again?
Hey,
What we probably should have done is like had the
What are you
camera
wearing?
in that seat.
Don't question
Well,
my
well.
methods. Here's
Mhm.
the plan.
That was itchy, just so you know.
I don't like the sound effects here, but
It's okay. Well,
if you watch the real version of it, we have Andrew back here going boom, crash.
yes.
And I laughed at it every time I was editing it. But anyways.
And this, I really don't weigh that much.
No. But yeah, I needed you to hop up into my arms. I just kept having to like scoop you up, and it was getting and
Yeah.
Can you move to my other side? Yeah, I enjoyed that blooper.
And so many
I'm so glad
people
we got
say
that.
they thought this one was really funny. I'm not just a huge fan of this scene.
It works well, I think, though. I think this was the best way we could have done this scene. And this scene is supposed to be based on the scene from Scandal in Bohemia. When he's trying to get the pictures off her. If you've read the book of Scandal in Bohemia, this is probably really the only scene that was kind of based on that.
Yeah.
The rest of it was pretty much original. Of course, we didn't do the whole fire thing, but
No, but
he wasn't breaking through the windows, you know, saying fire. But you know, this scene was loosely based on that.
Oh,
And I really like the sound effect for the phone I added in. I think it worked well.
yes.
It took me several times to get it just how I wanted it.
And see, that's
Because I had to use my mom's phone to get that sound effect because mine has a terrible
Well, the
buzz. Like,
old-
there was no sound.
the old couple scene was kind of from the book. I mean, not that we were an old couple,
A little bit.
because Sherlock did multiple disguises and followed her around.
Yes, it was a little bit, but
Yes.
not much.
Sounds perfect.
I just love thinking about how different times, you know, these two scenes were filmed. We actually filmed the stuff at Baker Street long before we filmed this. So just whenever I watch this, I think of that. I'm like, this scene was actually shot like several weeks before we shot at the McPhersons. So
Why did we leave before
I
we got
get the
phone?
kick. I get a kick out of
You
that.
had the perfect opportunity.
Because I'm going to kill two birds with one stone.
Because I'm going to kill two birds with
How
one stone.
so?
Sorry,
You're such an idiot.
Excuse me.
Don't
Anyways,
take it personally. Practically.
Yes,
everyone-
it is.
Arrogant much?
I don't know. I do have to admit, though, I really like this place for
And
Baker
as
Street.
usual,
has anyone? Okay, did anyone?
information
Yes. Well, of
provides-
course, this is the perfect Baker Street
And if my
for
hunch
us,
is
you know.
correct,
But has anyone noticed the tape going down the room?
You think Moriarty?
Okay, you can't see it. Well, you can barely see it in the right corner.
He's involved with every.
But there is
inch of the
tape
process.
going down the
And
room.
this one is
We've
no
split the
exception.
room in
Splitting
half.
Watson and Holmes have split the
So,
room in half.
How are we going to get
See,
the
you can
phone?
see it there.
That's
Yeah.
For just a second.
We'll be in disguise.
Watson
Wait a
keeps his side of the room
We?
fairly neat. Cause,
Kind of like, I mean, honestly, I mean, I'm not bad. Even me, I'm usually pretty clean.
Whoa.
the thing is, I'm not.
Oh, I love it. Okay, look at that. There was a picture right
Wait
there
a
with
second.
Laura right above her head. That was the time we went to a certain location. I won't describe.
And then this.
Oh, this was like the most fun ever.
Took me into this.
You and me, okay, me and him were walking around downtown
You look nice.
for a long time, and we walked the whole time like an old couple. It was
Yes.
amazing.
It was. We should get out
People
more.
loved us.
I can't run and
And I remember there was this one guy when we were back here, and he talked to me for like 5 minutes, and then he's like, "Wait, you're a guy?"
Yeah.
Like, it took him forever. If you watch this, dude, you're not that bright. Anyway.
Actually,
okay, and I felt-
it's hard to tell sometimes. Not gonna lie.
I'll slap you later.
Okay.
Okay, just to let you people know, there actually is a fountain here, but the way we filmed it, we didn't realize you couldn't see it.
Well, you know, I don't
So
know.
I
how
feel
many
really
of them
bad
would
about
have
it.
Noticed. You can even hear it.
You can hear it. You can hear it, but you can't see it. But just to let you know, there is a fountain here.
it's about time you showed up.
So,
Hey,
and my
Boss
my
can
mom
never be
made the
rushed.
patch for
Well,
Tito.
I wouldn't
Thank
know.
you, Miss Gray.
You see, he always sends
He
someone
made-
like you.
And see, that's something that we're working on in the
think you'll learn to
future.
appreciate it.
Because if you didn't know, Sebastian's
Where are the
actually not
codes?
dead. He's right there. Let's just say that
My payment, please.
he did have to pay for his mistake by losing the memory stick, which actually was part of Moriarty's plan altogether. But
But we digress.
yes. So
Getting out of that. Okay, the shot works, but it's kind of cheesy.
well, it works. Let's put it this way: I wasn't going to ask
guys get the really
them to do
hot
anything
girls.
that I wasn't willing to do myself.
I'll tell Mary you said that.
So
Yeah. You would reach into
Well,
Tito's
then.
pocket. No.
Until next time.
yeah, but
Anyways,
That's
we digress. So
that has become my new expression.
I know. So
It's a guy that preaches at my church. He's one of my Sunday school teachers. He always says that. Anyways, we had Weston standing up on that little pedestal, and it was hilarious because he got up there and he was fine, and then I'm like,
you see
well,
that? What is that drops? Is it a leaf?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I don't know what that was.
I'm better than okay. I've done it.
But he was fine until I was like, oh, Weston, be careful, don't drop my camera.
And
And then he started getting all freaked out. It was hilarious.
We got it.
And of course, and this was shot, weeks before we filmed the other thing, It's interesting to me because it's like, it flows,
Yes.
It's like, it warps my mind. It's like, it doesn't seem... He smells Irene's perfume.
Yes, and then here's
People
the,
thought that was weird or
here's them
something.
laughing.
We weren't originally planning to leave that line in where she's like, I love the way you word things. But it was just like they were trying to say something to start laughing. So. And then we were like, yes, that works. Let's use it.
Janet.
And her name's actually Jeanette, but Irene
Well, I
Adler
actually
doesn't
really-
care.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be. She's here for Sherlock. So it's almost one of those things where it's like it's kind of good that she mispronounced it.
The straw
Well, I wasn't going to go into that, but
Yeah.
didn't take
Anyway.
it serious.
Oh, and just a disclaimer to everybody, ever.
But I know good very well.
This was not a fun scene to shoot. No offense, Tate.
Oh my god.
You know.
Well, I didn't mess this one.
Yes.
In fact, I believe I've...
I like it because a lot of this footage was actually just from you guys practicing. Like, we weren't planning to use this, but then I just decided to film it because I was hoping to get some bloopers, which I did.
And
But we
I
ended-
hate you
but
for
we
that,
ended-
but that's okay.
But we ended up being able to use a lot of the practice stuff. I know you do.
But
Look, you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
laugh about. It's not. Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Holmes, wake up!
I love the blooper. This one, the clip falls out of the gun.
Where is she?
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen the blooper reel?
I have, but
You didn't miss it? Yeah, remember, it's the very last one. Yeah, the clip dropped out of his gun.
I didn't
And that's what
notice
that loud
You let him
bang
take
was.
What's this?
Let me see that.
Yeah, this scene was kind of interesting.
And I'm sorry about the table too.
My dear Shirley,
He scratched her table.
you really did very
Doing
well.
that.
I'm sorry.
You
Miss
Almost
Fisher.
had me.
Don't send me to my room
But
for the
then
rest
when
of
I
the day,
learned
please.
that I had betrayed myself, I
Anyways,
began to think.
Um,
I had been warned about you months ago, and I had been given your address.
filming this
And
voiceover
yet,
was fun too.
You made me reveal what you wanted to know. Even after I became suspicious, I found it
When we were
very
actually
hard
filming
to
this
think
scene,
evil of such a deep,
we had another
kind,
actress
old gentleman at
reading
heart.
her lines,
But as
and it's
you
kind
know,
of,
I had
Joya,
trained as an
who was
actress
in the
myself.
first one. The very
Costumes
first scene, the
are
woman
nothing new
that
to me. I
gets
often take advantage of them.
killed,
I
let
like
us
to
say, for the
congratulate
moment.
you on a job
yeah.
almost.
So,
well
but she
done.
was there
I
that
hope
day,
one
so we
day
had her
we'll meet
reading
again,
it, so we
but
could kind
until
of
then,
wait.
I have left you a gift in my
So we could get a little bit of the
absence.
timing. kind of,
Please
and,
don't
you know.
forget me. Very truly yours, Irene Adler.
And if you guys ever wondered what the hardest scene to film in this entire thing was, it was this one line right
Is
here.
everything okay? He couldn't say it. I've got video. He's just like, I can't do it. And starts crying. But anyways.
Hardest scene. Thank God that episode's over.
Yes. All right.
Thank you, Lord.
Now on to bigger and better things. Our next episode, episode 3. Hoping to have it out soon. Obviously no promises. I'm hoping August. Is kind of.
Chick-fil-A, we never thanked Chick-fil-A.
Oh, we didn't. Okay, yes. Thank you to the people at Chick-fil-A. You guys were very gracious with us and just let us kind of hang out there the whole day. So thank you to Chick-fil-A.
And thank you, Miss Petra. Now let's see if there.
I don't know if we put that on this time. I think I might have forgotten to.
Oh well, I wasn't really talking about that actually. I was just saying thank you.
Oh, Miss Peach, for her, yes. I'm sorry I didn't credit you. I should have. I didn't know what to call you though. Jeanette's mother? I mean,
She's Mrs. Hudson.
Well, people wouldn't have caught that though. Okay, and thank you to our new guy.
They should have.
He is in our 3rd episode, Jimmy Tripp, who is our sound guy, and his sister Nicole, who went through a lot more than him, because we stuck her under desks and stuff holding the mic. But
I did my part.
oh, I forgot about this.
Yes.
And now I want my payment.
We were so afraid that if she screamed really loudly, it was gonna
Filmed this at 1 o'clock in the morning
yeah,
or something
this
like
was
that?
after we had filmed all day at Baker Street, and we came out here. Yeah, I think it was right around 1 that we filmed this downtown, and we were really afraid if she screamed let out blood curdling scream, it would have been like.
And secret,
Deadly.
real quick here. She's not dead. Just so you guys know.
You didn't need to say that.
Okay. Well, it was good talking. Thank you
Yes.
for watching.
If
and
you did watch
listening.
this,
If you did watch this. If you didn't, you need help.
you're sad people.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Well, yeah, I guess this is Aaron and David out.
Thank
We
you.
will see you next time.
Next episode.
All right, bye.